Boyan Shobowale. He always told me whenever you work, he was my senior manager, and he always told me, no matter what you do in this line of work, you need to do the work that you would want done for you. You need to care about the company. He gave me an analogy. He was like, what if I meet with a company and the company is looking at you like, okay, I know we didn't cancel, but we got this flood and we can't meet right now. Are you just going to walk away? Or are you going to at least refer them to a plumber? Or are you going to get your hands dirty and see if you can help them out? Because you're supposed to be there at that meeting anyway. And so you there, be yourself useful. And that mentality stuck with me and throughout that career, because I realized, and not only in my career, in my life, I realized that you may go into a position for something else may happen. And when that something else happens, you need to be able to realize your true intentions for building with this company or building with this situation. Like my whole intentions, to fast forward back to helping out my kids' school, I knew that they were going to need some remote learning tools. So I was able to help them. And also, the company that I worked with saw that, so they put me on a program to be able to work with the government department of this company. The government department of this company, they were the one that can do the public sector. So they can be able to go to the school, government companies in the cities and be able to provide contracts with them. I couldn't because I was small business. However, my name, thank you, Joe Whiteway, my former manager, but manager at the time. He the one put my name in the hat to be part of this program. And when he put my name in part of this program, I stepped up because I knew this was an opportunity, but not only for me to be able to be a helping, it was just a burden on myself to help people in general. And when I partnered with this government rep, she was like, you can't contact these clients because I already have a working relationship with them. And I was like, okay, great. But then she gave me a list of clients that I can potentially scout or prospect. We use the word prospect. So I did. And I was able to open up a relationship. I left the opportunity there, but didn't address it. So what I did was I went ahead and addressed it. I reached out to them saying, hey, we understand that systems and cities and schools are shut down. So can we provide some remote learning, some remote tools just for your students, but also employees? Fast forward, we closed that deal. I was able to close that deal, and that deal was really, really big. It was one of the biggest deals I've closed. Actually, it was the biggest deal I've closed. I've closed that I've gotten credit for. So, and I believe that was Stacy. Stacy Gravett, thank you so much. You're awesome and amazing. Fast forward, another deal like that came about, right? And that deal came about where I was able to help a community center. However, I had to partner up with a different government rep. And this government rep, we had it on paper. She agreed that she'll go ahead and partner up with me, do a 50-50 split of the whole opportunity, as long as I find her the right contact person and was able to book a meeting. So me knowing how big these opportunities are, I'm like, let me go ahead and jump on this, also focusing on my book of business as well. I was able to get that content, not only get the contact. The person really wanted to work with me, but I explained to them, since I'm not in that public sector, I'm just working through this partner project that we had in the company. I have to work alongside with her, but to make everything smooth and make everything still feel great, we can work together. And if you feel like you want to just keep me in the loop, and then I can be the middleman to relay everything over. Things of that nature was working. So it came down to it where I reached out to them and they was like, oh yeah, we decided to go ahead and move forward. I'm like, you guys did? Yeah, we sent the paperwork over. We're going to go ahead and move forward with 1,700 hotspots. I'm like, oh, wow, for real? I'm like, yes. So then I reached out to The partner in the public sector, this is a different partner now, not Stacy, different partner that will remain nameless. Radio silence. What? Radio silence. Okay. So for 2 weeks, I've been calling this person because I got this knowledge to know that they closed a big deal that I don't see any credit for. So I emailed her. She emails me back and said that partner deal program, the partner program ended, but any deal that was created in that partner deal, when the deal closed, I would get credit for. I emailed her back and said, however, we had an arrangement. And so I told my manager's like, bring me the paperwork. I emailed my manager the paperwork. I emailed his manager the paperwork. His manager emailed her and her manager the paperwork. Now, mind you, there's sometimes where you'll be nervous where you're not going to hit your number, because you don't hit your number. You got to write up. You're on the chopping block. And if you're on the chopping block, it's very hard to get off that chopping block until you just get chopped. I took end of December. Usually if business don't tie up by the first week of December, it's not going to tie up until the next month. So I took my 2-week break at the end of December. My manager calls me and tells me, hey, I just want to let you know that deal that you did with person not mentioned, it went through. However,